Welcome back to another edition of the Pitch Putt Puff Podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Sitting in with me tonight's my man JR. What up, Jay?
Yo, what up?
Before we get into it, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, 420 Bliss, located at 740 Hoosick Road in Troy, New York, right up in the Walmart Plaza. My man Fairway stopped in there today. He called me for directions. He got lost in the Walmart Plaza up on Hoosick Street, the fucking guy. But make sure you go in there, check them out. Pre-rolls, flour, edibles, tinctures, vapes, disposables, you name it, they got it. Also, Trouble Off the Tee. Shout out to them, troubleoffthetea.com. Use promo code RGB for 15% off site-wide. On polos, buy one, get one free. Use promo code PUFF. He's got some really dope gear on there. Got this hat here, the Lincoln Ross edition, named after the character in the book. So shout out to Marty for hooking us up with those. So make sure you go check them out. I'll be putting a nice little order in myself because the season's getting pretty close. But Jay, you're just getting back from Colorado, man. I was talking to you when you were on your journey out there.
It was awful journey to get there, that's for sure.
You had a tough start, man. It was about, what,
Yeah,
6 hours on the tarmac in Albany?
Yeah, I got to the airport. Flight was supposed to take off at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then there was an ice storm coming in, so I sat on the plane for 6 hours before they let us take off. So I missed the connecting flight, obviously, because that was at like noon, and I didn't leave Albany until noon. So we missed that, and then we got one at 7 o'clock at night. So we were in Dallas for like 4 hours or so, waiting for that connecting, and then we got there, and we got to the Airbnb at about 11 o'clock at night. So I woke up at 3:30 in the morning and got to the Airbnb at 11 at night in Colorado. So it means here it was 2 in the morning. So I almost took us 24 hours just to get to Colorado.
Yeah, you hit me sickening. Up. You hit me up. You're like, dude, we're still on the plane. I've been on the plane for like 2 hours, and then it was like a couple hours later. I was at work. You're like, oh, I'm still on the plane, bro. You're like, I might be getting stuck in Dallas.
So yeah, because at first they didn't have a flight to Colorado after the one we missed already. And then somehow, I don't know what happened. We just got off and we were like booked on this. Bro, this plane was tiny. It was one of them small ones that like only fits like 100 people or something. Yeah, bro, it was small. So I wonder if like other people were on our flight trying to go and they had like, they just booked another one because I think there was still like empty seating in the back towards like the bathroom area. There's like a couple rows back there that were empty. So I bet you they just threw that shit together real quick.
That's
but
crazy.
Then it got worse because it's so dark. When we got to the Airbnb, there's no number to the Airbnb on the paper or like on the street or whatever. We couldn't see it. So we pull up to this house and we think it's our Airbnb. And we got the picture from like the hotel or the Airbnb and stuff. And I go to this house and I walk in and I started walking up the stairs. I went in through the garage and then I seen like a living room with like boots and clothes on the floor, dude. And then I just booked it right out. Literally, the first thing I did when I got there was broke into somebody's house. Bro.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, we got to go. So we start the car, pull out of their driveway, and we were like 2 more to the left. Broke into someone's house. First thing I did when I got in Colorado.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I thought you were going to get stuck in Dallas. So I reached out to the Rogue Shop to see if you could link up with them. I reached out to Neil, see what
Dude, they literally said there wasn't a flight until Tuesday. They literally told us there wasn't a flight until Tuesday. Then somehow they like made a small plane appear and took like 100 of us to Colorado.
Yeah, there was probably that many people from all different connecting flights that they could salvage putting a plane together to do such a thing.
Yeah, and then that was 4 hours. So just waiting was 10 hours on that trip, and the flights are only like two. I think it's like 2 or 3 to Dallas, and then like 2 to Colorado. But with the time changes, it like cuts off an hour.
Yeah. You always lose one when you go to Dallas, and then you're losing a couple when you're losing 2 when you go to Colorado, I think. But yo, that happened to me back in the day when I was a kid, dude. Someone, I was probably like 17, maybe 18, just out of high school. and some dude walked into my house, and it was probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Like my room was
Damn.
downstairs, and I was getting ready to go out or whatever, and I hear my mom screaming. Bro, I come up to the stairs, and there's like, he was an older guy. He was probably like in his 50s, 60s, but he was in my house, and I just like grabbed him, like put him through like the screen door into the bushes and shit. And he's like, "Please don't hit me,
What?
please don't hit me." But all the houses in my neighborhood I grew up in all looked the same, and
Yeah, yeah.
he was supposed to go 2 houses down. The people had the same last name, so he just got confused. But like, he was so apologetic. I felt terrible. He's like, "No, buddy, whatever." You goes, "You did the right thing. If my mother was screaming, there was a stranger in my house. You did the right thing." But like,
Dude, what are the chances like the same looking kind of house and the same last name, two buildings
yep,
apart?
yep. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I felt so terrible. So like every time I seen him, man, I was like, I was still a kid, so I was like so polite to him and shit. Hey man, I'm so sorry. "Oh no, it's okay, buddy. It's okay." But you felt bad. I literally just,
Yeah, yeah.
the adrenaline rush that came over me like was just crazy.
Dude, yeah. Oh, once I seen the boots and the clothes, I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here because they were still out. They were still out in the car, like about to come in. And so I just come back down the stairs. I close the door. It was like quiet as I can. I'm like, yo, it's the wrong house. We gotta go. Like, cause bro, it's Colorado, bro. Everybody they sell guns at like the fucking corner store down
Oh yeah, Cumbies. They sell guns at Cumbies,
there.
man.
Like
Oh, no.
there's like these trade places, like, and I guess it's like I would say they're like a big, but there was like three of them in like a small area, and all three of them you could walk in and there would just be like ammo and guns everywhere in there, just like you would go to like Lake George to
Yeah.
like shop. It would be like that, but their stores had like guns and shit inside and
Where
bullets and shit.
where you get the knives at Lake George, they get
Yeah,
fucking
you
strapped
get
up.
guns
Yeah,
and shit. Yeah, bro,
that's crazy.
wild.
How was the skiing and shit? You had some pretty dope. Elena had some pretty
Yeah,
dope pictures. I
so
seen you posted some shit.
went to this place called Wolf Ski Lodge, or um, yeah, it was way up there in the air. Like their main attraction part of the mountain is like 11,900 feet high. Is like,
Damn.
yeah. So when we were staying in Pagosa, it was around 7,000 feet. And then to get to the snowboarding mountain, you have to drive up through the mountains. Like you ever see them crazy videos of other countries where it's like up through the mountain? Not as tight. Like obviously it's
Yeah,
not like
I did that in
those other
Jamaica.
countries,
Yeah.
but like it's like two, three wide, and then it switches to the other side to go three wide. But you climb a mountain,
Yep.
and then so that's probably like at least like a couple thousand. So that put us to like 9,000 feet high. Like your ears are popping on the ride up.
Yep.
That's how like much you're going up. And then out of nowhere, like this snowboarding ski area just pops up, and then that lift will bring you to the top to get to the 11,900 or something.
Gotcha.
It was so that's why when like those pictures, the mountains look like they're right behind us because we're like at the top on the other side of that. So that's why
Yeah,
it
that
looks so
was crazy.
crazy. Yeah, bro, we were up there high,
Do you
almost twelve
notice
thousand
the?
feet.
Do you notice like your breathing? Is it like harder to breathe and shit? Like when you're way up
Yeah.
there like that, you can
Oh
feel it.
yeah. Like, bro, people don't even like smoke cigarettes up there or nothing, bro, because you can't.
Right. You can't
Like,
even puff a joint up there or nothing.
I mean, smoking like tree wasn't like too bad, but when if
How
you're
was
like a
it out there?
cigarette
How was the
smoker,
flower
it's
out there?
tough.
You guys hit up a couple dispensaries I seen.
Yep, there was some fire up there. It was good. The prices are a little bit cheaper than here. Like we were getting grams for like 8 of gas,
Yeah.
$8
Yeah. You ain't
for
beating
like,
that.
yeah. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, dude, like when you're after like a couple runs, I was like, man, I'm kind of like. So we did like another run, took a break. So I think we got to run like 6, and I was like, yo,
I'm done. This is
yeah,
good for
like I can't
me.
even like breathe up here anymore. But like you don't see like anybody, like I've barely seen anybody smoking cigarettes up there, and
Yeah.
everybody like that's older looks like kind of like way healthier and
And then
shit.
shape and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Going up
like
to the high, yeah,
her
elevations.
uncle that we went to see, and he was like 70. He's gonna be 78, and he was just like he looked like a low 70, maybe a high 65, high
You're right.
60s or
Took care of
something.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, like still like hunting, fishing, and shooting guns, doing whatever.
Yep. Living that. lifestyle, that mountain man lifestyle.
Dude, it's
That's crazy.
fucking yeah. And then they got like all like the hot springs up there. Everybody's always sitting in them.
That
So
look cool as shit. That's something I want to experience. I've never experienced like
it's like
natural
a
springs or like hot springs. Like,
yeah, it's like a hot tub with like no jets, and you just sitting and it's hot.
yeah.
And so there's like different levels. Like there's a 98, and then there's like a high one of like 109.
Oh, that's cooking.
Yeah,
That's fucking cooking.
but it's pretty cool. I mean, like a lot of people like I mean, I wouldn't swear by it works or whatever, but if you lived up there and you went probably a couple times a week or maybe were a member there or something and you went a lot, I'm sure you'd probably feel amazing every day.
Right. No doubt. Like the fucking fountain of youth.
Yeah, just sitting there coming out of the ground.
That's sick. How was your travel back? You got caught up on the way back too, right?
Yep. And let's see, dude, somebody we went to Panda Express inside the Dallas airport.
Yeah.
Some girl started, I don't know what she did to Elena or whatever, but Elena started like,
Uh
I was like, oh, you getting this girl going on a fucking traveling? Oh no.
oh.
So this is over like an egg roll, bro.
You're right. She's just done. You guys been going for 10 days.
Yeah.
You want to get
So
home.
like
Yeah.
to get to Dallas was nothing. That was clear. And then we went to Panda Express or whatever. And she was just like, "Hey, I get 3 egg rolls." And the girl's like, "It only comes in 2 packs. You have to get 2 or 4." And she's like, Elena's not trying to hear that at this point. She's
Right.
like, "Nah, I want 3. I don't care what your policy is." And then the girl's like not giving her like smart remarks back yet, but like talking back to her a little bit. And so the girl like walks away, rolls her eyes, and the lady snapped at her like, "Don't roll your eyes at me," blah blah blah, and started going at the chick. She's like, I watched you do it. Don't try to say you didn't do it. Like I watched it." Yo, I'm sitting
Oh
there
my
like,
god.
oh, this is over at egg rolls, bro.
Yo,
So
that's the thing though. When you're traveling, dude, and you're like almost home, and you've been going for like 7, 10 days, and you just had enough. Like you just want to go home and lay in your own bed, and you're already getting delayed
it was
here.
long, bro.
Yeah, the
It
whole
was
traveling's just been a fucking nightmare. It comes to the point where like you don't want to listen to nobody's shit about nothing. So like I feel like I've been there, bro. I've been
She
there.
was not having nobody's bullshit, and I'm like, damn. So then it gets worse, bro. With so we have to our flight's at 6:30, and we get delayed because of like lightning storms and people got delayed coming in from like San Antonio, whatever. So we're boarding. It's like 8, and we're gonna lose time on the way to Albany. So it's gonna jump from 10 o'clock to like 11 quickly when we land or whatever. So we finally get home after hour and a half, 2 hour delay at Texas. We finally get home. Everybody's got to use the bathroom, whatever. So this is where Elena's mom goes into the bathroom, and then like out of nowhere, Elena's in there, and some lady's like banging down her mom's door, like yelling and shit at her, and she's like talking, yelling at the lady like, "Yo, I'm in here," blah blah. Apparently, this lady left her like phone in that stall.
Oh god.
And that Elena's out of all the fucking people, Elena's mom was in there.
Yeah.
And then they come out, the lady's running her mouth. Then Elena comes out, she's like, blah, blah, bitch, and fuck you. And she's like, don't talk to my mom like that. And I'm like, oh my God, like we're almost home, bro. Like we're in Albany. I just got like, nobody fucked with her for like 20 minutes and it didn't happen. And the lady's like talking back to Elena. Elena's like, fuck you, bitch. I'll beat your ass. Don't talk
Oh
to my
my
mom. Yeah.
god.
Yo, and I'm like, holy shit, this is getting bad. Like, this is way worse than what happened at
Did people
Dallas.
start pulling their phones out?
Dude, so this one lady was watching that was in the bathroom with them, like, walking with us. And she's like, trying to get them to, like, separate a little bit and, like, just have her walk away. Like, she got her phone. Like, we don't need your fucking phone, lady. Like,
Right.
but they're like, lady's about to beat this lady's ass, bro. Like somebody's grandma, bro, probably like 50s. I'm like,
Jesus.
bro, like, don't talk to Elena's mom like that, bro.
Yeah. Did you ever
Like, you
see
could have
that?
just waited and she would have got your phone. Like, And
Right.
then it turned
Just
into like this huge deal, and then like they were about to like fight each other.
yeah, the person panicking. Oh my god, I lost my phone. And
Yeah,
that's the problem, man. That's people's lifeline.
yep. And
Did
I
you ever
was like,
see?
oh, here we go again.
Did you ever see that video at a con? I think it's at a concert or something. And this one girl, her mom's getting like jumped in a porta potty, and this girl comes in like cowboy boots and grabs these two bitches off of her and just starts mollywhopping them. Like, boom, boom.
I
Bro,
don't
she
think I've
beats the.
seen that one.
I'll find it and send it to you. But she beats the shit out of these two girls and like throws them into a porta potty, slams the door on one. Like funny as hell. She was on like Barstool and a bunch of other
Dang.
podcasts, like making the rounds talking about it.
But yeah, I was like, geez, like really, we're like so close to being home, and we're
That's what
getting
I'm
into a
thinking.
fight
That
right
that
now.
video is what I'm thinking as you're telling me this story. That's fucking great. What time did you get back? Because I knew you were delayed in Texas for a little bit too.
Let's see. We got to the house with the time changes and stuff, dude. It ended up being like, cause it jumped like 2 hours, I think.
Yep.
Or is it?
It's 1 hour from
So,
Texas, I think, right now.
so when everything was all said and done, like landing, the hour change, waiting for the bags, getting the ride to the car in the parking lot, then driving home, I walked in the door at 2 a.m.
Oh, and had to go to work in the morning.
And then I got to work at 10:30. I was an hour and a half late. I was like,
Fuck.
"Yo, what's up?"
I'm here, but that's it. I ain't doing shit.
But damn, we spent like over a day just to travel 14 hours. It took us like probably like 30 to do all that.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Literally,
But we
it
got
sucks.
fucked. We had the ice storm leaving, missed the connector,
Yep.
got lucky, got one. Going back to Texas was easy. Then we got the lightning delay in Texas going back home, and then those were
Yep.
the hours changing and stuff. It was just long.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking. Just traveling, bro. They seem like they're just making it harder and harder to travel too. Like they want. There's so many delays. Like you look at that screen, there was probably delays all over the place.
Dude, imagine what tomorrow and that snow here is gonna bring. If you're
Yeah.
out there, you're
I'm.
not landing here anytime soon.
I'm really hoping we don't get what they're saying, bro. Because I'd love for the
Want to
golf
start
course to
golfing?
open. I'm
Yeah,
dying. I'm dying.
dude, it was supposed to open this weekend, right? That just
March
passed.
20. So the original date when I went up to talk to him about like our golf league and shit. He was like, I'm looking at this was beginning of March. He's like, probably March 25th will be opening day. I'm like, oh, bet. So then we got that snowstorm. That's when you left. We got the snowstorm.
Yep,
And,
yep. We
and
left just in time. Didn't come home to good stuff, but we left
no,
just in time.
dude, when I went over to your crib last week, bro, that street, I came down your street. There was trees down everywhere. I'm like, did you see that video I sent you?
Dude, yeah, and I just seen like when I came home that night, dude, like there was trees on everybody's front lawn, tons of them.
Yeah, it was wild, especially like your area, Troy area got banged up pretty good. Um, Not too bad out by me, surprisingly. It's pretty windy out here right now, so I'm expecting to lose power at some point because when it's real windy, we lose power. So if I go dark, that's what happened. Um, but yeah, it was. I'm hoping for the course to open because now it was April 1st. It was supposed to open. We got April Fooled with the Mother Nature, and now we're
She's
getting
about to
fooled
get
again.
us again. Hopefully not, but
Yeah,
it's hard to like. Yeah, rain for even the rain today's been going on for hours and hours. Like
yeah.
I know their
Joe,
drainage system's really good, but it's like, would you even want to put people out there even in the beginning when it's wet?
that's the
Probably
thing.
not.
If we can hold off another week, like I'm cool. Like
Right.
if we
Let
can
it
hold off
dry on
to
its own.
let it dry over the weekend because we're supposed to be literally in the 60s all the next week. Like the city's gonna make him open next week. I don't think there's gonna be an option.
Thursday's high of like 71 next week, so why push it?
Yes.
You just
So
open on Wednesday.
and that's what I'm thinking too. Like I think it's literally just gonna click over and start to be like fucking springtime all of a sudden.
Yeah, with all the
You know?
60s and 70s coming, I don't see there's any way where it can jump back down to like 40.
Yeah. So we'll start getting out there again. I got to talk to him about possibly doing another tea time. I kind of gotta because
You
you'll
got
be
people
if we,
wanting to play or what?
yeah. So I got Anthony and Mike are always gonna want to play when they're around. Um, a couple other guys from
Ten.
yep, a couple other guys from Green Island. Um, they want to do like a Ryder Cup thing with us that they do, and then he's going up to Lake. I think I told you about it. The kid goes up to Lake Placid, or Lake Champlain, and does like a big thing. And then he wants to do something
Yeah,
with
he
us
did.
and get some content because he's thinking about starting on a podcast thing and shit. So help him out a little bit, get him going. But those guys are looking to play. The guys from Helium, they're looking to jump out with us. So, and dude, I got people like,
I mean, we all have other people we could hit up. It's
yeah,
not
that's the
like
thing. We got Panisi. Panisi's, he's part of this. I can't, he doesn't want to jump on because of his job and shit, which totally understand. Otherwise, he'd be one of the greatest podcast episodes ever. He's great. So I got to be careful. Like I have to, check with him with videos and shit I'm going to post to him. I usually just try to post clips of him swinging type thing.
he'd be a good cart cam person to ride around with. Like him and
Absolutely.
Steve probably should like. They probably be some good cart videos with
So
them.
3 days ago, I was sitting here and just bullshit on my phone, and Country Club Adjacent was like posting. They were at a course that's closing. They were like posting the videos and like telling you to roast people. And they posted this one dude, and I said he looked like a. What did I say? Oh, God, I said he looked like he looks like the Goodwill version of Kanye, and they responded to it and they like reacted to it and shit. So I hit him up with let's set something up. The Pitch Putt and Puff crew versus Country Club Adjacent boys this summer up in upstate New York. Around there because the Belmont's going to be in Saratoga this year. So maybe set it up around the Belmont or the Travers, whatever. And they liked it, bro. So I'm hoping to get some more feedback. I'll just keep fucking hitting them up, bro, until I get a reaction, man. And then
That'd be cool.
what else happened in the Insta world this week? Oh, I had the first person try to charge me for an interview.
Yeah.
Did I tell you this?
No.
So
you don't have to say their name, but
yeah, no, this chick hit me. I almost had the interview all set up, and she's like, "Oh, we just got to talk about my rate." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Unfortunately, I'm such a small podcast. I really can't. I'm not monetized to the point where I can pay guests and shit like that." She's like, "Oh, I get it. Totally understand." So I was just out of curiosity, what would be 30-minute conversation, and what comes with it, kind of thing. She's like, "Oh, I posted it a couple times on my stories, this and that. $250 for 30 minutes.
how many followers does she have?
Like 400,000. I was
Yeah,
like,
she's up there.
damn.
So
I'm like, yo, but
yeah,
that's the kind of money and shit they're getting out here. I'm like, dude, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, with that many, you would assume you would get if she was really like people following her and people
Yeah. Oh,
following you
you're
after. If
getting
you
the
got like
exposure.
right, if you got a couple thousand followers from that 400,000.
Yep. Yeah, we're up to 1,500. We're chopping away here, man. Chopping away, working different networks.
Just need one video somehow to like
Yeah, that one video above starting to get a little
like
traction, which is dope.
10,000, 20,000 somehow. I heard TikTok's like people get blow up there more easily than like
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
thinking about it. But I just don't know if I can manage the both of them. It's hard enough to fucking do one.
Right.
But I am thinking about it a little bit more.
Even if it's just like you just post like a clip or something. But I
Post and
feel
ghost
like
kind of thing. Just post and
yeah,
ghost. Just post it, leave it, put the
if
IG
something
page on
happens,
there.
it does. Yeah.
Yeah, see if something takes off. But I mean,
So many
there's some
people are on
fairway
TikTok,
shit that could
bro.
take off. There's some Steve shit that could take off. Like these guys are just as funny as the guys you see on Instagram all day. Like the shit we do out there is
Right.
literally, like even with Country Club Adjacent, like the back off challenge. Like we don't do it to that extent, but we're out there cracking, like roasting each other the whole fucking time we're out there.
Yeah.
Just kind
They got good golfers. I don't think I've seen them
Jake
golf.
Adams is pretty good. They got a couple guys who, if they're not all fucked up, they can do pretty good. They're usually out there doing shrooms and smoking. That's what I said. It'd be a
That's
perfect
how I
fit.
know, but I was like
Yeah.
I don't think I mostly see like the roast videos.
Yeah, but like come out and do like even on can't do a 420. It's too close to that now. But if set up like a 420 event where they come out and smoke, like we just do a smoking thing, and maybe depending on the time, I got some connections. Maybe get us on national. Pull my cards.
Yeah.
Ask my favors, or
If you got national on the card, I'm sure somebody would want to do that there.
especially with their exposure. Country
Right.
Club Jason's got 700,000 followers, dude. They're crushing it. Those guys always putting out great content, funniest
Mm.
videos.
I don't think I could go that far
No,
being that fucked up.
no, hell no, dude. I
Like,
took, dude. I don't
that
even
flag
like
would
being in
be. I wouldn't
public.
even know like how like that flag probably be moving, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't even
once
know
once it starts,
where to
the
aim.
flag starts waving, you start seeing all the
Right.
trails and shit. You're like, yeah, fuck that. All set on that. But what do you think about this year, man? Who do you think's gonna be? I thought last year my big prediction was Kev to be the blow up player. He had a pretty good solid start, struggled in the middle, didn't really fruition the way I thought it was gonna. But who do you think's gonna be this year's like blow up player in the
Dude,
group?
honestly, I don't think anybody like practices or tries any harder to get any better. Anybody just like has their game, so it's hard to tell like who would break out when nobody practices or
Right.
anything like
Yeah,
that.
dude.
You're kind of just guessing like who's gonna have a
That's not
good
true
year.
because someone's practicing probably right now. It's Fairway Mike. So Jay, I seen him at the grocery store today or yesterday,
I hit a
and
1,000 golf balls yesterday.
bro, his hands are fucking ripped up, dude.
Are they
He's got
bleeding yet?
yeah, dude. He's got cuts, and he's like, yeah, I got to run in the store and get some tape, and he's coming in to get the fucking Johnson and Johnson tape. He goes, oh, it's the good shit. He goes, it sticks up most of the day, and then he comes out with some tape and some cold cuts. He goes, yeah, I need lunch too. I'm like, yo, this guy's fucking nuts. I love
But
him though, bro. He's just got to figure out like his consistency around the greens,
yeah,
and
a lot of times he stops caring and then he's like, oh, 7.
yeah,
And then we're like, yeah, bogey.
yeah, right,
Like we don't care what his score is sometimes. But it's his thing is like the beginning of the year. And you gotta check out his league scores.
right. His league, yo, he plays
He'll
good in
try
the
in
league.
league. Yeah, he'll try in the league. When he's fucking around with us, he couldn't. He's like, yo, man, I was vibing, bro.
I'm just out
Just
here.
vibing, man.
Hey man, I'm out here with
Yeah.
the guys, man.
Yeah.
Golfers don't cry, man.
Exactly. That's
I
it.
gotta figure out how to get that audio off of the last episode he was on when he was like, "Hey man," for his intro. I will use that for fucking everything.
I feel like Brad takes it serious when he shows up.
I think
But he's
he's
not
one.
one of the 8 people, though, is he?
Yeah, Brad's one of the 8. Yeah,
Is he full time?
he's full time now. Well, he's gonna be dipping out for a couple events, but he doesn't do as many as Anthony and Mike. So I think he just does the 4 events for the Golf Week Tour, so he qualifies.
Where's he? He's usually at what, like 83 to 87 or something?
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, he came out last year,
Firing a couple
two
weekends.
years ago. Me and him were about the same, and then he got hurt. And then last year, bro, he came out and he was just mid to low 80s the whole fucking end of the year. I think he had like one round in the 90s, but I think it was the day like everybody struggled anyway. It was shitty conditions or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Maybe he
he,
could break 80 this year.
I think it's gonna. My 2 would be you and him because I think with us doing this podcast, putting out content, you're gonna start taking this shit. You're gonna lock back in like you were a couple years ago.
Yeah, I didn't care too much. I mean, I cared a little bit, but I was more like having fun, smoking, drinking, and shit.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be a little bit more serious, like just to be playing good. Still keep it that
Yeah,
same mentality you had last year, but like the golf side of it. Taking
right. Yeah, I don't want
um
to be like fucked up every weekend.
yeah, I mean sometimes it's like if the slow play and depending on the group you're in, like some guys will bring 2 or 3 joints and you're fucking 4 holes in and you're 3 joints deep and it's like yo, like let me take a breath here, guys. Like
Yeah,
get a little
I mean,
focused here before I fucking blow my round up completely. Especially if you're going through the gauntlet.
right. I mean, it's tough because you want to like smoke and drink and shit and get fucked up.
Yeah, but you want to keep a good balance as well.
Right. So, but I do want to play better golf. 'Cause I want to have like, I want to hit some shots on camera that are nice as fuck.
Yep. To actually document it too, like I want to start really documenting what I'm doing, like, because I'm actually starting to get better, opposed to a couple years ago where I was just going out there and hacking. Like, I have some
Right.
videos from last year, I have some videos from the year before. Like, let me slowly watch this progression to see like where it's gonna go for me because I think my big thing is if I just get a little bit better, like with my short game, just chipping around the greens and not costing
Yeah.
myself like a big 2 or 3 putt, I'd save a
Yeah.
lot of a fucking headache. Because I'm not a bad putter. It's just getting to where I want to be on the greens. I have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
duffs. I try to get too fancy, skull it, like all that shit.
Dude, you go up and down for par like 4 times around, you'd be surprised. That's like 4 shots right there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you miss your second and you just chip in one putt, if you do that like 3 times around, that's like 3 right there.
Yep.
Like chipping around the green is it's a
It's
difference between a
big.
par and a bogey.
It really is. And that's a lot of times when I got those 6s and 7s on the card, it's because I duffed one and then I tried to like put some backspin on, like I know what I'm doing. It's like, and you know, 1 out of 20 times I might sit it down to where I want it or something like that, but not to the extent of what I'm really trying to do. And I think I can. It's just fucking because I play video games. It's fucking crazy, but
But yeah, I could see like Brad. I mean, Bub's so close every year.
yeah, Bub,
Like he literally shoots like 80 every year.
he's plateaued right there for like the past 3 years.
Yep, 80,
Like,
80, 80.
you know, he's due. I think if he gets away from Freer Park, he breaks it, but I don't know if he gets to it at Freer Park this year. It's his mental toughness for 18 holes that's a key factor for him.
Yeah. Dude, he should have joined our league.
I know we got 1 or 2 spots left, right?
Even if he doesn't show up, just play it on Sunday. Who cares?
Yeah,
Just
pop
get
out,
in so you can
come
do the
out,
trips and stuff.
come out after work when he gets done. Just pop out at 5, 6 o'clock when we're up at the deck. Have a couple drinks, fucking hang out, grab something to eat, and go home.
Or he should have definitely given in. Maybe this year will be the year.
I hope so, man. I hope so. He's had a tough fucking winter. I hope he has a good golf season ahead of him. I'd sent him the link to try to get him on tonight, but I don't know what he's doing. He's probably fucking watching cartoons or something.
Playing Call of Duty.
Playing Call of Duty. Is he on the Call of Duty?
And Brad's playing. I think he plays after sometimes.
Oh shit! Then yeah, he's locked up. He's done. He's gonna be like you last year. He gets on the game and that's it.
That's how the girls get you. They're like, "Oh, here, have a video game system," and then you're
Yep.
just home all the time.
Ain't going nowhere. That's what I got. I got the PS5 for Christmas. I've been home ever since, but I've been doing a little bit of everything. Played that Spider-Man game, got me hooked for the first couple weeks, and I slowly had to pull myself away from it. Otherwise, I would have never fucking left it.
I haven't played in like 2 weeks almost, but I was away. But I don't have. I'm almost done, so I might just finish it one of these weekends coming up. If it's like
Yeah,
shitty weather, like Saturday, I might just like finish it and play for like 4 hours, 5 hours.
yeah. I'm curious to see what Freer does if they open up. I'm hoping to get out there on Sunday somewhere, maybe up in Schenectady where it's a little bit sandy, so it's probably going to be somewhat dry. Drainage system's pretty good up at like Stadium or even
Yeah, those sand courses, those ones that are built on sand up there in Schenectady are good to start.
the Eagle Crest is not bad in the wet. So there's a couple spots we can hit up. You got something going on Sunday though, right?
Yeah, I'm going to my cousin's baby shower.
There you go. Oh, yeah, Norwood, fucking that guy. He don't golf,
But I
does
was
he?
like, nah. But even it's like what it's supposed to be like. It was supposed to be like what 50s. Even after the rain, probably wouldn't have won it anyway. Probably like,
Yeah,
that shit ain't even worth the start.
it'd be
We
one of
like
those
won.
rounds just to get out there and play. We wouldn't even be like really gambling or nothing. Just go out there and play around
But
kind
I
of
think
thing.
next Sunday we're good, bro. Like
I,
it should be nice and 60s probably. We should be good.
yeah. So what I want to start doing, Jay, just to give everybody an idea, like what the plan is. So Sunday nights, we'll we'll do a recap episode. We'll try to get one of the guys on or a couple of the guys on, and we'll recap the round from the pitch putt and puff. We'll drop those on Monday mornings. Wednesdays we'll do a guest. We'll drop a guest interview on Wednesdays, and then like a look ahead for the weekend on Friday. So it'll be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday release, and then we can always drop in like a guest episode if someone's got something going on to promote, shit like
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
So there's some
Pretty
shit
cool.
coming up. There's some shit coming up for sure. I'm gonna drop this one on Friday. So my most recent releases are gonna be the Golfer Gang Network with One Night in Pinehurst. Those guys were a good time. They're right in Massachusetts too, so they're not far. They want to do
That's
a
not
little
bad.
collab. They're like literally by like Boston College, so they're not far at all. And then the other interview I just did was with Audrey from Four Left. Her, Brian Athy, and Tyler TYTV. Shout out to those guys. She was cool as hell. We hopped on. She talked about like women in golf and the closing shit. But coming up, Next week it's gonna be the Terp Queen. She was cool as shit. She's from Michigan. She's big in the cannabis world, and she also like has a bunch of cannabis golf tournaments she's involved in. That's the one in May that I sent to you guys to see if anybody was down to go. That's not bad, man. It's 9 hours. Everybody splits. You know, if we go 4 of us, we just split a couple hours each driving, and we're good. Be there in no time. Throw the clubs in a bag. I'd even do it. I'd even go just play the tournament and come home, man. You know what I mean? Like just to get some exposure or whatever. Who else I got coming on? Tacos at the Turn. Nelson from Tacos at the Turn. He was cool as shit. The golfer, Only Golfers app. The father son combo. Those guys are, dude. The old man is a fucking OG. He's out there on the course with his playoff 12s, fucking looking fresh all the time, dude. He's great, dude. But yeah, and then we got Legend Michael from Legends coming up as well. So I got some shit lined up, and then for 420 week, I got some shit cooked up too. So a guest I've been trying to get on for a long time just hit me up as we were recording here. So hopefully, if I can lock this shit up with him, I'll be a happy camper and can put that on the 4. That'd be the perfect 420 week episode, to be honest with you. So
with some content too from the golf over the
weekends.
weekends.
Yeah, man. Yep. But
the only thing that sucks is I play a hockey tournament every April, and then it's sometimes I play on Sundays, but whatever.
Yeah, my daughter's starting softball, so it's I just looked at the schedule, but most of the shit's on a Saturday, so hopefully none of the games are Sunday mornings, or I'll be missing a couple.
The last hockey tournament of the season at least, until like we start back up, and like I don't play until like November.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll wrap this up here, Jay. Glad you enjoyed your trip. Unfortunate fucking travel circumstances, but glad you're back, man. We'll be on the course here soon. Tonight's smoke of the night was I've been hitting a vape here. It's a Hempworth 1 gram vape card, the orange cream. Shout out to 420 Bliss for that. Make sure you check out my man Marty, Trouble Off the T. 15% off site wide RGB. Buy one, get one free on the polos. Use promo code PUFF. We'll be back next week. Try to get a guest in studio. We'll either be recapping if we do get out on the course this weekend, or we'll talk about what's coming up. Mother Nature's going to decide. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Check us out at the pitch_puff_putt_podcast on Instagram, on YouTube. Like, subscribe, the whole 9. Jay, where are you at? What's your Instagram? Just JR?
Yeah, JR_Serrano 518.
All right.
You'll find it on there.
Yeah, he's attached to the Pitch Putt and Puff on there. I'll make sure I get you up on the Instagram page. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody tuning in.
Later.
Talk to you soon.